Hello everyone, Mr. Julio here, your high school OST facilitator. And today, we're going to be cooking dinner again. Come and let's check it out. And remember, before we get into what we're doing today, we're going to take 3 minutes out of our day to just cool down and relax. Let's just clear our minds and remove all the distractions from our everyday life. Being quarantined, staying in the house can be really harsh on our mental. So let's take 3 minutes to clear our mind, relax, put your do not disturb on your phone, listen to this relaxing music, some lo-fi, before we get into our lesson. Hey everyone, so the reflection questions this week are meant to actually be asked at the end of our video, but I want you guys to look at them and think about it before we start cooking today. So think about if you're going to cook enough for everyone that you're cooking for. Think about if your sauce is going to come out the way you want. And think about if you're actually going to like the dish. Now, I know, like I said, these questions are more kind of for after our video because it's asking you based off of what you already cooked. But before we go into it, think about these things before we start cooking. Think about who you're cooking for, how many people you're cooking for, and if you're preparing enough to cook for everyone. Think about, because we're cooking chicken Alfredo, so think about the sauce that you're going to make. Think about the way you want it to come out. And then after the video, when you reflect, think about if it came out the way you want it. And all in all, think about if you even like the dish that we're cooking today. When we come back to these questions later on, we can answer them better. But let's get started. So we are cooking chicken Alfredo with penne and some vegetables. Let's get to it. Always remember, first things first, is washing our hands. Thing you're going to want to do after you're done washing your hands is get your chicken, a cutting board, and a knife. Be careful, por favor. Make sure your knife is clean. Start cutting up your chicken. How much chicken should you have? Depends on how many people you're feeding. You want to have enough chicken to be inside of your pasta, to have, it's a good ratio. So depends on how much chicken you like and how many people are actually eating. So when you cut up your chicken, you're going to want to cut them up into smaller pieces. Also, the type of chicken you use, you're going to want to use boneless chicken for chicken Alfredo. Now, that could be anything. That could be boneless thighs, that could be boneless breasts, that could be tenderloins. I used tenderloins because they're smaller and we're already going to cut our chicken into small pieces. So, you're going to want to cut your chicken into really small pieces. Like I said, the amount you want is the amount you're going to use. And then you're going to put it into a bowl. Then you're going to season it up. Also, before you do all this, after you're done cutting up your chicken, you're going to wash your hands again. Because chicken has salmonella. They know that's not a yellow fish. In a weird accent, salmonella can get you sick. So, after you're done cutting up your chicken, wash your hands again. Then, after you're done washing your hands, you're going to season your chicken. So what you season it with? Well, I'm going to season it with some pepper, adobo, garlic, paprika, a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Why? Because we're cooking Alfredo chicken. Just a little bit. It's just something I do. Some sazon, a little bit of salt, not too much salt. We're going to get some Italian seasoning up in here. But yeah, so you're going to want to season your chicken. Also, when you put all the seasonings in your chicken and you mix it up, you're going to mix it up with your hands because that's how you get the most seasoning inside of your food. And after we're done seasoning our chicken, we're going to wash our hands again because we touched raw chicken. And now we're going to put it inside the pan to cook. But wash your hands after you put it inside the pan to cook because you touched raw chicken again. And we don't want to get salmonella. Okay. I understand we saw this video 3 different times. I get it. Just remember to wash your hands for 30 seconds at least sing one of your favorite songs or sing a song that's in your head at the moment. But yes, please wash your hands before and after touching any poultry to prevent the cause of salmonella, and wash your hands before and after you are cooking, before and after you cut vegetables, anytime to prevent any diseases from spreading. Well, not diseases, but bacteria in general, so you don't get sick. And for everybody you're cooking for doesn't get sick. Alright, now let's resume our video. So before you put the chicken in the pan, you're going to want to put it on low, put some olive oil in there, and you're going to want to put your pasta inside of the water to cook. So what I do is I also put a little bit of olive oil inside the water with the pasta and some salt. You could also put some butter. When the pasta forms or cooks, you could say, it makes it really soft. Now make sure you are constantly stirring the pasta so it does not stick to the bottom. And when this comes to a boil, we're going to add our vegetables in here. Also, we are making Alfredo pasta, chicken and pasta. So if you have any Alfredo sauce at home, you can use that, like out the bottle or the glass. Me personally, I'm going to make my own Alfredo sauce. You could check this video out on how you can make your own Alfredo sauce. I'm not going to show you what I use because that's a secret. But nonetheless, you guys can check this video out on how to make Alfredo sauce.
I'm Chef Mark with LearnToCook.com. In today's session, we're preparing Alfredo sauce, made famous by that restaurant, Alfredo's Ristorante in Rome. So it's a tableside sauce that, not unlike the Caesar salad dressing, came about by necessity. It's a great sauce. You can make it at home, which we're going to do right now. So you need for Alfredo sauce, either have a heavy bottom skillet or a small sauce pot. We'll want to add some olive oil, extra virgin olive oil to that, and some garlic. But with this recipe, we make sure we do not brown the garlic. We just want it to sweat. So that's why it's on low heat, just in case I get distracted, I'm busy, and it starts to pop. So I heated the pan first, added the oil. You can see the garlic's already simmering. So it's important to keep this on low and to watch it. Nothing's worse than bitter garlic made so by high heat and, of course, maybe not watching it. So we're going to keep that moving. Once I smell the garlic cooking, add some shallots. So some minced shallots. This recipe of Alfredo sauce, shallots are a little more delicate than onions. So while you use onions for another preparation, you wouldn't do so with an Alfredo sauce, classically served on pasta, right? One of the preparations for Alfredo sauce, the classic one, has egg yolks whisked in at the end raw, brought to a simmer, and then tossed with a fettuccine. So it's a great dish. Lots of cheese and cream, very happy, not healthy pasta dish. It's very delicious. But now you can see the shallots have sweated sufficiently. And we're going to reduce that with some wine, usually white wine, but white Zinfandel works well too. So we're going to what we call deglaze the pan. So that's going to simmer and all the alcohol will be evaporated. We don't want alcohol, we want the nice flavor of the grape. That's why we add that into sauce. So let that simmer reduce to about half. So now that's reduced to half, I'm going to add cream. And now I'm going to let that simmer so that it will thicken from the heat. Then we'll come back and finish it off. So finally you can see it has reduced to a nice thickness. We'll reduce it to about half. Now we're going to add the grated cheese. I'm going to stir that up. Add some salt. And cook that until the cheese melts. Then we'll strain that. It'll be ready to put on pasta. So Alfredo sauce is ready. Let's take it off the heat. Let's take it off the heat and strain it. Let's put it through a strainer. You don't want all those onions in there. Take the sauce, put it through the strainer. You don't want all those shallots in the sauce. And then push the sauce through the strainer. Get all that nice flavor out. Then what you can do is add more cheese if you want to make it thicker. You can see it has a nice consistency. Wish to coat your favorite pasta dish. Enjoy the Alfredo sauce. Well, thanks for joining us today at Learn to Cook.
It's been a while and your pasta didn't come to a boil yet. You're going to want to get a spoon. As you've been mixing it, you should have been mixing it the entire time. Well, stirring it. And with the spoon, you're going to lift a piece of pasta, feel it. If it feels halfway done, add your vegetables in. So we have our chicken cooking, our Alfredo sauce over here, our pasta and vegetables are just about done. When you think the chicken has about, I don't know, I'm going to say maybe 5 minutes, you can see the chicken how it starts to brown a bit. When that browning starts, you're going to want to dump your pasta out, as in like drain the water, drain the vegetables and whatnot. Have the pasta and the vegetables together. And then you're going to dump it in here with the chicken, with the Alfredo sauce, and mix it all up. And then maybe another 5 minutes or so on medium to low heat to have it cook all together. Also, please be careful while you're dumping the water so you don't burn yourself. Grab either some rags or some oven mitts so you can dump it safely into one of these pasta filters right here into the sink. Don't hurt yourself, please. It is extremely hot. You were just cooking with it. No matter if it's metal or whatever material of pots you have, please grab the pot holders or some rags or some oven mitts. So after you dump it in here, mind you, this is also extremely hot. You're going to want to shake some of the excess water out. Use 2 hands to shake it out. Use the oven mitts as well. After that is done, you want to try to place all your chicken to one side and start putting your pasta and veggies on the other side. Mind you, you probably have a lot more pasta and veggies than you do chicken, so it'll probably look like this. So while it's like this, you're going to want to pour your Alfredo sauce on top little by little and give it a good mix around. After you put your Alfredo and everything in, you're going to want to stir it around slowly, actually, because if you're like me and you have more pasta than pot, not more pasta than pot, but it's, you know, you can't go crazy, just nice and slowly. Just get underneath and pull it back up. Nice and slowly. That's it. Just mix around the Alfredo sauce and the vegetables and the pasta with your chicken. And then enjoy. Okay, so I hope you guys had a great time. I hope you understand how to cook chicken Alfredo now. I hope you found the video of the chef teaching you how to make Alfredo sauce helpful. I hope that you guys had a great time. I hope it was good. So let's look back at our reflection questions and ask yourself, did you cook enough for everyone? Think of the materials you had and how much food you prepared, and did you cook enough for everyone? When cooking, this is always one thing you want to know beforehand. How many people are eating, and do I have my materials? As in, do I have what I need to cook? And if I have enough to cook. Always when cooking, think about this. And if you didn't have enough for everyone this time, don't beat yourself up. Don't be down. Just know next time how much you would need when you cook this dish to have enough for everyone who you're cooking for. Now the second question, did your sauce come out the way you wanted? Now we had the video on how to make the sauce. You could also look up recipes online how to make Alfredo sauce. Did it come out the way you wanted? Was it creamy enough? Was it too light? Was it too thick? Did it not taste good? Was there too much garlic or pepper? How did it come out? Did you like the way it came out? And if you didn't, that's okay. You could always change your recipe next time or play with the recipe until you find a way you like your sauce. Also, the final question. Did you like the dish? Did you like the chicken Alfredo with penne pasta that you made? If not, then that's okay. Maybe you don't like chicken Alfredo, or maybe you just didn't like that specific pasta, or you didn't like the Alfredo sauce. You can always edit and change your dishes later. You can always make changes to your recipe, or just cook a new dish. Thank you. Read these reflection questions, go over them again today, and I hope you have a great day.